time to walk around, walking around the compound. Lions and tigers all around, see some cats when Derek walks around.
Hello. Hi. Hi, big guy. Good, Mr. Man. How are you? How you doing? He's a good boy. He's a good boy. All right. Gotta go for a walkabout. Oh. What the heckaroonie? Zizi. What happened? Huh? What is this? What happened? How did this happen? I left you in charge. And then just this. she had like kind of like that look to the side, kind of yeah, what did happen? Oh yeah, that was that whole thing, and it just kind of got away from me. Whatever. Oh, hello all you big cat lovers out there. It's me, Derek, again. Welcome to another super duper fantastic episode of the Walk Around the Compound webcast. Hi. Hello. It's snowy. It's snowy in the compound, but it's starting to melt. We had a little bit of a winter system, fluttery wintry system pushed through. And it ain't nothing like last February. Well, there was a lot of people who were like, oh no, they're in, but even us too, we're just like, oh boy. After you live through that one, you're sitting there thinking like, ooh, what's gonna happen? I hope that the lights stay on. But thankfully the lights did stay on for us and for a lot of other people. I think I was reading some things where it was a total of like 4.5 million like homes and businesses. I think it was like over 3 million specifically just residential things. Another 1.5 million businesses had lost power for prolonged periods of time during the last one. And then now it was like less than like around like 30, 40, 50,000 or something like that, which in the grand scheme of things, it's not. And then it was only for like a few hours, like on a day, and then things were coming back up. So yay. That's really good. I know that Texas has spent a lot of money, a lot of time strengthening their energy grid after that last one. Fool me once, shame on the things, and fool me. You can't get fooled again. It also helps that this event nowhere near the severity as far as just how much weather and how significant and serious the weather was, like how much wind there was and how much precipitation there was and how many successive waves of those things and how low the temperature dropped and how long it stayed low. All of that stuff, way different. This one, it just kind of blew in and then like, all right, I'll see you later. Kind of like how they all have. This is like this is usually how, because like Texas, this part of Texas, usually like one or two kind of wintry kind of blow-throughs per year. That's just generally how it is. And which it's for a lot of people, it's just like, oh, hey, maybe I'll get some days off of work and make a snowman, catch up on my Netflix. And then February 2001 happened, where it was less like, Netflix and snow day, and it was more like, I have become the angel of death. I shall descend upon your lands and choke out the life that is found there. Can I just watch Netflix? I will take the power away. Hold you in the eternal embrace of my darkness. This isn't fun anymore. That's what the last time was. This is crazy. So you can see, like, we still have, we're getting a little bit of melt today. Well, this is all of this. That's so we had rain, and then that rain turned into freezing rain. So like liquid water that freezes on contact with a hard surface. And then the freezing rain turned into ice pellets, which then turned into snow. So, which ice pellets, that's interesting because basically it's like at one level of the atmosphere, and like there's multiple different ways that you could have different types of wintry precipitation. But ice pellets, at one point it was liquid water, and then it had to pass through a sufficiently big enough layer of cold air, you know, from here to the ground, in order to then freeze. So that liquid water, which then it's like, oh, so like a lot of times when it forms way, way, way up, it'll form as snow, it'll drop through a warm layer that turns it into liquid water, then drops through another layer that turns it into ice pellets. But then sometimes it gets really weird because then that layer that's close to the surface, it's cold enough to drop the liquid water down to below freezing, but then there's something called the latent heat of condensation that actually retains some of the energy of, you know, the physics of it. It retains the energy into those dropules. So then you'll have like a thing that's liquid water, and it's maintaining that liquid state because of the latent heat of condensation. And then, but it's actually below. It's below freezing. But then if it stays below freezing long enough, it'll turn into an ice pellet. It's bananas, man. It's bananas. Hi. You still have your calf. He had a calf body. He had a big, like 500-pound calf body. Something that's about as like big enough for 2 kitties. And he's had that inside of his house for 2 days. And he's like, oh, I'll snuffle a little bit, and then I'm gonna tell you, get out of here, mister. Get away. You stink faces. But yeah, that February last year, that was such a strange occurrence. It was like a different planet, just like kind of just like was dropped onto our world for like multiple days, and then it went away. And then everyone's like, "What? Frizz just happened? What the Frizz?" And some people, you know, had like there's varying degrees of experiences. Some people made it through okay, minimal damage, and then some people just it was devastating. I mean, yeah, there's a bunch of people that died. You know, can't get much more devastating than that. I do remember. It was like the last day when the power started kind of flickering back on. It was kind of up and down, and we were so happy. So like I went to the local butcher shop to get some meat because I'm like, oh my gosh, we're gonna make steaks to celebrate. We survived. We haven't had a shower in 5 days. That's the thing. But I was in such like a stunned state of being where just, you know, just like I'm like shell shocked from having gone through all of that experience, you know, like waking up in the middle of the night to fill generators, moving cats around and like getting all the firewood and not having power, not having running water for 5 days. You're dirty, you're dazed. And I went to go and talk, and I was buying the steaks, and she's like, "Hey, like, how how are you? And I'm like, it's been terrible. I've lost power 5 days, and but animals, taking care of them, just kind of mumbling. And then she's like, oh man, yeah, I had to wear like a sweater. I had to wear like sweaters every day. And I'm like, cool. I remember that. She said something about having to wear sweaters. She would she heard my, but yeah, we've gone through an ordeal. And our pipes are bursting and stuff like that. And it's been really, really crazy. And you had to wear sweaters. Great. I tried opening up the thing, but the rails are frozen. Okay, well, I was trying to put the thing up so the glare. He doesn't understand the concept of glare. For someone who doesn't understand that concept of glare, you sure do it pretty good. A couple days ago, when I first got in, I was chopping up all the wood down there because we were building the fence that connected this corner down all the way to then the far fence line. But in order to do that, I had to basically chop that tree in half. Had to be done. But hey, firewood. Just chopping. And that's when I was out there chopping when the ice, when the little sprinkles of just regular rain turned into ice, which, oh boy, you can tell the difference between, oh, this is just some some little sprinkly kind of cold rain, to ice is falling. This is freezing rain. This is different. This hurts. Yeah. Because I'm out there with a chainsaw and an axe, and I'm like, zzz, and I'm just like, my hands. But luckily, there's a few different tricks. So I went over into the barn and turned the tractor on. And I was warming up my hands by the tractor's exhaust pipe. Because that's the other thing. You don't want to blow on your hands like, you get, you can, but you're going to deposit, your breath vapor and moisture. Which I guess in that environment, it's like, okay, look, in that environment, you're getting liquid water just on your hands anyway. They're getting coated. But if you can find a dry heat source, aka an engine exhaust pipe, awesome. Use that. Use it. I'm gonna go try to see. Goliath was out and about. I was doing live stream earlier. I was doing live stream for the extra fancy Patreon people, and Goliath came out. But you can at least see he's been out and about. He's got all his little Pete's prints. He's got his little Pete's prints in the snow. And he did come out a little bit earlier, but he must be back inside, hunkering down. Hunkering. Whoa. There's a tiger cheek. There's a cheeky boy right there. I gotta keep moving. I gotta keep her moving. And then we gotta go see the Bobs. We gotta see the Bobs. Because they've been very cute. Hi. And this is, I guess, your first snow. This is Bob's first snow. He's having a real great time. Oh. Keep doing cute stuff, please. That's okay. What are you doing? Hi, Bobby. Hi, Bobby. Heidi was talking about how she's so happy because there's a really great video that Destiny took that she sent to Heidi, and Heidi sent it to Jamie, and Jamie was able to take it and edited it, put it up on like TikTok, on Care's TikTok and Facebook and all that stuff. And Heidi was talking about just how happy she is that Bobby seems to be really just happy. Bobby seems to be so much happier now that she's got this little Bob. She just seems more just lively and invigorated, and she seems like she has more color to her. What are you doing? No. That's the stainless steel water. That's the water that they put. He just pooped in his water. Bob. Seriously. My God. Don't, you're gonna bury it? Dude. And it's like, it's a thing because everything is frozen. So now watering takes a lot more kind of like specific time. And you have to be very we have to make sure that we're taking jugs and we're filling up things and putting stuff in, that it's not going to then, because once it refreezes again, then we're going to have to then do another whole. So liquid water is like a precious and rare resource because there's a time limit in it, and it freezes. And it's not there for us to poop in. Talking about how I'm like, oh, Bobby is so happy. And then she's like, oh my gosh. And meet my roommate Bob, and he's like, hold on one second. And then the camera cuts back to Bobby, and she's like, That's my guy. Jeez. Yeah, after we get done, I gotta take care of that. I'm gonna take care of that. Stinking Bobcat. Hey, Rasa. Hi. Oh wait, you're not Rasa. You're Sydney. I'm so sorry. I know. How rude. Ooh. Hey, pretty girl. I know. It's chilly out. You take care, okay? You keep hunkered down. Stay warm. Because you're advanced in years. You're taking the advanced life courses. You're way past 101. Bunch has got some leftovers. He's got some leftovers from in his bed, and he's chewing on. He's got some bedtime leftovers. It's like a week ago. I was back in my apartment, and I was going to bed. And before I went to bed, I grabbed some. I got some cheese. I got some crackers, and I was eating them as I was watching I can't remember, it was something maybe on Disney or Netflix. I was watching the show. And then, the next night, I went back into bed, and I didn't have a snack, but as I kind of, I make my bed in the morning. I straighten up the sheets and make the bed and stuff like that. So then the next night, after cheese and cracker, before I go to bed night, I do the bed away, and there's a half a cracker sick in my bed. I'm like, I missed that. What? Oh no. Yeah. So I'm like, oh no, he's over here. So, but that, he's got like cow legs and stuff like that in his bed. So maybe I don't feel so bad. Kiki. All right, I gotta get moving. I gotta get moving because this stream is starting to get longer than I'd like for it to be. I gotta take care of that stinking bucket. And Heidi called, so I gotta see what she needs. Where is fire? Hey you, Firebug. Oh, good morning. Hello. Wow. Up and at 'em, ready to take on the day. Goodness gracious. Bob. I am so disappointed in him. Because he would do that to his kiddie pool. And then he's just like, this is just like that. And I'm like, this is definitely not just like that. Melita. Melita. Pita. Pita, Pita. Pita, Pita. You gonna come all the way around? You could have you were right there. You could have just walked this way to say hi instead of having to walk all the way around to say hi. Unless you're coming over to this section for a whole different reason. You know, it's not always about me. I get that. Nice, sweetie. Hi, baby. Wow. Very nice. Ooh, I see Ellie. Oh, right. Hi. You know, it's like this section right here gets it gets windy because like as you're walking through, there's like enough kind of wind breaks in that lower section, but once you kind of walk around and then you get over here, it's like the air is able to, there's not this big thing. Frictional effects and wind tunneling. That's a thing. Hi. Hey, sugar pie. Here's a good girl. Oh, have some salad. All right. Thank you for watching this episode of the Walk Around the Compound webcast. Hashtag Dorbist Award in the comment section below. Like and subscribe for all of your big cat goodness. And if you want to learn more about the facility around me, you can always visit the website carerescuetexas.com for more information. You keep them tigers fed. Big shout out to the extra fancy patrons. I see you. You are so fancy. And thank you so much for your continued support. And we'll see you next time. All right. Bye-bye.
Monkey's buttered toast. Munchie saw a ghost. Miko weighs the most.